Welcome back to another episode of Movie Deputy Reviews, where we are in day 9 of our countdown of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope you are having as much fun with these clues as I am. I mean, I know I kind of know the answer already, obviously, but I'm not going to make this too easy or too hard for you. So I hope you are having as much fun as I am on that, because I am so excited to announce what the prizes and everything are going to be in just a couple more days. So just bear with me. We are going to get to the clue at some point during this episode, but you're going to have to follow along to find it. I can't make it too easy. Even I'm complicating it just by the clues themselves, and then you add in the fact that I don't always give the clues at the same time in the episodes, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Today we are going to be talking about a movie that came out the year that I was born. Now this is going to age me more than a little bit, but I did turn 50 this year. And so this movie came out in 1974. Now, some people would call it a movie, some people would call it a TV show, but it was technically like a short film, or I don't know how short 52 minutes is, but it's shorter film. But it's definitely a Christmas classic. So if you ever partook in the whole fantasy of these Christmas stories this time of year, then I'm sure you have seen this or at least heard of it. And so I'm going to be sharing you that I did give this an innocent rating, as I promised. All of the movies we are talking about on this 12 Days of Christmas are innocent, so no surprise there. And this also got a 7 out of 10 on the Deputy scale. Now, you know how harsh I can be, so you know what that means. I mean, for it to be that good. Now, have you seen this yourself? I kind of hope so, because there's just something special about this one. I mean, we have some iconic songs. You have the Snow Miser character, you've got Heat Miser, you've got Mother Nature, you've got Mrs. Claus, you've got Southtown, all of this stuff going on. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything for you. Never. I would never spoil anything for you with this. But I want to share with you the original review that I posted on MovieDeputy.com. Now, I'll admit, I read through this review. Oh, pardon me. I don't mean to be rude, so I apologize, but I want to share with you this, and then I want to share with you a little bit more of what I thought, because I'm not sure what I thought when I wrote this, but I'm like looking back and I'm like, okay, that doesn't really capture it real well. So what in the world was I thinking? But I still feel it's important to share it with you. So here we go. Santa Claus circumnavigates the globe once a year to deliver presents to boys and girls around the world. With all of the years that Santa's been doing this, he's begun to get tired. On top of that, he has come down with a case of near pneumonia. His physician has advised him that bed rest is the best option. Because of this, Santa has decided to cancel Christmas. Those closest to him cannot even fathom canceling Christmas, so they try to figure out a solution that works for Santa and all of the boys and girls around the globe. Only it will take powers much greater than what they are capable of. Come along for the ride as we get to see Christmas from a different point of view and begin to see that there's so much more to the holiday than many realize. This is a classic for all ages that will be appreciated for years to come. Now, what I'm talking about a little bit more with that is, just like I said, it's just kind of a basic synopsis of the movie, but it leaves out so much of this story. And like I said, no spoilers ever here with Movie Deputy, like not even close. But in here, it's Santa is just, he's tired, but not just tired, he's sick. Oh, like I mentioned the case of near pneumonia. And because of this, it's like he's much too tired for Christmas capers, is a line in the movie. He's just kind of given up hope that anybody believes in him anymore, or anybody believes in the whole idea of Christmas. And part of that means going to kind of explore and kind of check some things out unintentionally, just because he kind of had to go rescue some of the people closest to him. And don't worry, I won't spoil that either. But in doing so, he asks people if they still believe. And there's a lot of children that are like, no, it's like, we're too old to believe in Santa. But then it gets to other people in that person's family, and they still believe. There's magic in the belief in Santa Claus. Whether or not you believe it's an actual person or whether you believe there's something more to it. And I believe in the idea of Santa. I believe in the person, in not necessarily the physical form, but in the form of belief and in the form of joy and love. Just there's a song in the story, and don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with me trying to sing it with as off key as I've been lately, but I want to read to you the lyrics. But before I get into these lyrics, I'm going to give you today's clue. Like I said, you never know when that's going to come with me, so I like the surprise. But on day, Vatero is just determined to get into this office today. He is being a stinker. So that click, 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 clackety clack sound you keep hearing is Vatero opening the door. And don't worry, that is not today's clue. Day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas, the clue is Joel Gray. So that is day 9's clue. So like I said, I hope you're keeping track of all of these. But the song that I want to read you the lyrics of, it's called I Believe in Santa Claus. So I believe in Santa Claus like I believe in love. I believe in Santa Claus and everything he does. There's no question in my mind that he does exist. Just like love, I know he's there, waiting to be missed. I believe in Santa Claus, but there was a time I thought I had grown too old for such a childish rhyme. He became a dream to me till one Christmas night, someone stood beside my bed with a beard of white. So you're too old for Santa Claus? He said with a smile. Then you're too old for all the things that make a life worthwhile. For what is happiness but dreams, and do they all come true? Look at me and tell me, son, what is real to you? Just believe in Santa Claus like you believe in love. Just believe in Santa Claus and everything he does. Wipe that question from your mind. Yes, he does exist. Just like love, you know he's there, waiting to be missed. Just like love, I know he's there, waiting to be missed. And then it just repeats that a few more times on there. Quincy, stop it. Like, if you've been listening to me for very long, you know my cats are an avid member of my program. So now I'm having to get on Quincy a little bit. But this song, it relates to Santa Claus, but it can also relate to things in our life that we believe in without seeing. I mean, it's something called faith. And that really says a lot about this time of year. So what happens in this story? Does Santa Claus make his midnight ride around the world? Or does Santa Claus need the holiday? That's a very deep question that isn't as answered as easily as it sounds because of how the story addresses it. And it does so in a very sweet, very touching, very emotional way. So if this story has been a part of your childhood and a part of your growing up, I'm so glad to hear about that. And if you have one in your life, a young one or someone of any age that you feel could be inspired by a story such as this, feel free to check it out. Again, I gave this story a 7 out of 10 on the Deputy scale for the year without a Santa Claus. And like I said, it's just something inspiring and heartwarming that I hope that you can carry with you throughout the year and not just at Christmas time. So, as always, you know what buttons to push to get the latest and greatest Movie Deputy content. Be sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe because we're going to be announcing some big news between Christmas and New Year. So you definitely want to be sure to go over there and check out our YouTube channel. But until next time, I will be back soon. Bye-bye.